In this video, we're going to break down the recent discussion surrounding Genshin Impact version 6.4 and a possible Mondstadt-related map expansion. I'll explain what is actually being said, what each part means in simple terms, how it connects to existing in-game lore, and which parts are reliable versus unconfirmed community discussion. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear and factual understanding of what this information implies, without assumptions or exaggeration. The main point being discussed is that version 6.4 may shift focus back to Mondstadt and introduce a new explorable area connected to Dornman Port. It is also stated that this location is not the Dandelion Sea, and that the two are separate places. Additionally, the discussion mentions Abyss-related activity and Ley Line disturbances as the narrative theme behind this update. First, let's clarify what returning to Mondstadt actually means. In simple terms, it suggests that Mondstadt is the central region for the update's story or events. This does not mean the entire update takes place only in Mondstadt, nor does it confirm the size or scale of any map expansion. The statement only establishes Mondstadt as the narrative focus, nothing more. Next is the mention of Abyss involvement and Ley Line instability. This tells us about the story motivation, not gameplay mechanics. Ley Line disruptions and Abyss activity have been recurring themes throughout Genshin's story, so this fits naturally within existing lore. However, there is no information about specific characters, enemies, rewards, or new systems tied to this. At this stage, it only defines the conflict theme, not the content itself. The most important part of this discussion is the mention of Dornman Port. Dornman Port already exists in official Genshin Impact lore. It has been referenced in character stories, NPC dialogue, and quests. It is described as a trade port connected to Mondstadt, but it is currently not explorable in the game. So when the discussion links version 6.4 to Dornman Port, it refers to an existing lore location, not a newly created one. Another key clarification is that Dornman Port is not the Dandelion Sea. This is consistent with official lore. The Dandelion Sea mainly appears in Mondstadt books and stories, such as The Fox and the Dandelion Sea, and is described very differently. There has never been official material suggesting these two locations are the same, so this distinction is not new. It simply restates what is already established. The discussion also states that the Dandelion Sea is not part of version 6.4. This does not mean the Dandelion Sea doesn't exist or won't appear in the future. It only means that, according to this discussion, it is not included in this specific update. Anything beyond that would be speculation. Now, let's talk about reliability. The existence of Dornman Port in lore is confirmed through official in-game text. The separation between Dornman Port and the Dandelion Sea is also supported by official sources. However, the timing, version number, and map expansion details related to version 6.4 are not officially confirmed. This part comes from community discussion and should be treated as unconfirmed until announced by Hoyoverse. Expanding Mondstadt through a known lore location would not be unusual. Previous expansions like the Chasm or Chenyu Vale were also referenced in lore long before becoming playable. This doesn't confirm anything, it simply shows that using established locations for map expansion is consistent with Genshin's past design approach. For newer players, it's worth noting that Mondstadt has several lore-referenced locations that are not on the current map. Dornman Port is one of them. Making it explorable would fill a long-standing gap, but again, there is no confirmation on map size, environment type, enemies, or rewards. So, to summarize clearly and factually, the discussion claims that version 6.4 returns focus to Mondstadt, involves Abyss and Ley Line related conflict, and connects a possible map expansion to Dornman Port. It clearly states that Dornman Port is not the Dandelion Sea, and that the Dandelion Sea is not part of this update. Dornman Port exists in official lore, but the timing, scale, and confirmation of this expansion remain uncertain. That's the complete breakdown of what is being discussed, what it means in simple terms, and how it fits into existing lore, without assumptions. If you enjoy clear, line-by-line explanations like this without over-interpretation, consider subscribing so you don't miss future updates.